Grace and peace to you. I'm Todd Townsend, Bishop of Huron. Sometimes we need to be reminded to remember. Today is Orange Shirt Day, National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, and I was reminded today to remember. It actually started earlier in the week when I was reminded with this orange band that says, "Every child matters." And then I was reminded again as I put on my orange t-shirt as my uniform for today. And then I saw again the black ring, wooden ring that's on my hand as a gift from Bishop Marinez of Amazonia, which daily reminds me that to be in solidarity with Jesus is to be in solidarity with the poor and those who suffer. These are heavy reminders in some ways, because there's a lot of suffering in the world. And some of it is caused by me, directly and indirectly. Some of it's caused by the church, and it certainly has been caused by the church over the years. But while heavy, these reminders are also full of joy because we're trying to take seriously our responsibility for the truth and to pray for healing, because only the truth can set us free. And today reminds us of that. Memory is a powerful thing. Cultural memory shapes us and reminds us who we are. It arises in all the ways we're socialized and instructed, and it leads to a sense of belonging and identity. And this is one of the reasons we humans find ourselves in conflict sometimes, because there's so many different cultures. During the Lambeth conference this summer, I carried with me the gifts of orange shirt pins from Walpole Island. And I found myself telling the painful story of truth and reconciliation to people from about 165 different countries. And the story was honored as it was heard, and each one of them seemed to genuinely cherish the gift. But it reminded me again how different we are all around the world, and even here, that there is a culture, however, that unites us, and it's the culture of Christ, the reality of Christ, the reality of living in the Christian way through baptism, Eucharist, through the Scriptures. And I am reminded that today that reality of Christ is the reality into which we can continually immerse ourselves. We learn from 2 Corinthians that everything good comes from God, and it is God who reconciles all of us to himself through Christ and gives us the ministry of reconciliation. Truth, healing, and reconciliation are capital letter words for us because they point to something that's so close to God that it's obviously the primary gift to be discovered by faith. It is also the primary work we have to do. So as we remember, we undergo each time an anamnesis. We are remembered. We are put together, put right by God, and we are sent to do this remembering and reconciling work in Jesus' name. Our church participated in a colonial expansion project that caused great harm, and a racist residential school system that tried to eliminate the divinely given cultures and languages of indigenous people of this land. And every day we remember, we lament, we confess, and we seek the truth, and we anticipate healing and liberation for all. And as a member of a settler family in this land and leader of the church, I want to be reminded constantly of the opportunity that is found in the attempt to be a trustworthy partner with Indigenous Anglicans and all other First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people with whom we live. Sometimes we need to be reminded to remember. And I'm very grateful for this National Day of Truth and Reconciliation.